And I am here for Mrs. International Diva UK.
Hello and welcome to I Am Possible podcast powered by My Dreams TV USA. I am RASHMI NAIR, your Mrs. Universe USA Petite 2025. So talking about My Dreams TV USA, this is where your dreams turn into reality. And we are a big, tight family who are dedicated to celebrating talent, to elevating fashion, to pageantry, to inspiring creativity and connecting communities. So if you are thinking about empowerment, this is where you have to be. And our mission is also to spotlight emerging talent and, as I said, empowering dreamers worldwide. So for that, I have a very special guest today. She is a fusion of finance and a fierce artistry. So she is a dynamic force who effortlessly balances a multifaceted life. And you should meet her. I know her personally. She is amazing. Her exceptional grace and unwavering passion and everything. Like, she is a supermodel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with our Mrs. International Diva UK, POOJA SHAH. But that is just not her introduction. If I have to talk about her, she is just not a title holder, but a powerhouse at talent and drive. She is a dancer and a choreographer. She has launched her new business called the Diva Lab. And you know what makes her more remarkable? Her life story. It's so empowering because by the day, she is a finance manager. Like, how do you do all that? It's finance, it's pageantry, it's becoming a queen, it's reading, and then also a dancing and choreographing and all that. So let's talk to POOJA SHAH and ask her, what does she eat? How does she get this power from? So let's welcome POOJA SHAH, our Mrs. International Diva UK.
Hi, Rashmi. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You look amazing. Look at you.
Thank you. So do you.
And how is the UK weather? I see that's nice and bright.
Yeah, it was very, very hot today. We had such a hot day today. Really nice blue, sunny skies. Really, really nice here. Summer has started, so it's in full swing now. So it's nice.
Right. I should just be quiet because I'm loving the UK accent. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right. So
You should come here more.
Sorry?
You should come here more. You'll gain the UK accent.
Oh, I will try. But thank you so much for being a part of our show today. So let me jump right into the reigning. How do you feel? Like, you are now our Mrs. International Diva UK. So how has it been, and what's your purpose, and what is the message that you want to give away to young girls or women who are aspiring to become like you?
So, firstly, Rashmi, it's such an honor to be able to hold this title of Mrs. International Diva UK. So throughout my reign, my aim is to convey a message of empowerment and fearless ambition amongst women across the world, across the globe. I want to show how rewarding it is to be able to have so many diverse passions and excel across spheres of life. As you said, I'm a finance manager and I also dance, I choreograph. So for me to be able to multitask and to do those things, I feel is so rewarding, and I feel very fortunate as well to be in that situation, to be able to do so.
Yeah.
And I want to convey that message to all the women out there that you can do so many things in one go. You just have to have the ambition, the drive, and keep your eye on the prize. What is it? What is your goal in life? What's your aim in life? Where do you want to be? Do something you enjoy, work hard, play hard. And, the word diva it defines you as a strong woman, someone who is intelligent, articulate, someone who has ambition as well as grace and enthusiasm. So, you know, it's the whole package. The word diva is very, very strong, and that's my message, you know, to empower women, to show everyone, you know, you can be so many things.
I know. So just because we were talking about the term diva, I was reading about you and your dance business, it's called the dance and choreography business is called the
Right.
Diva Lab, and you are International Diva UK. I mean, look at that connection. Like it's like it was
Right.
meant to be, right? So tell us more about your company and tell us more about how did you get that drive to become a dancer?
So, Rashmi, you know, the word diva, and yes, there's an absolute profound connection between the two, between my title, Mrs. Diva International UK, and the Diva Lab. So, in fact, the Diva Lab I recently launched that venture straight after being crowned Mrs. International Diva UK in the House of Lords.
Okay.
So, the Diva Lab is a very safe space for all women from anywhere in the country, anywhere in London or anywhere across the globe to become part of that club. And it's for dancing, purely for dancing and for women to express themselves however freely they want to. You know, there's no room for judgment. It's all about learning at your own pace, growing, building confidence, building stage presence. Um, and that's what I wanted to, you know, push forward through the use of my title, you know, give that stage to other women out there, you know, build a free space, a safe space for everyone to come and learn, have fun at the same time, you know, engage with people, talk with people, meet new people, you learn new ideas. Um, you know, performing is all about stage presence and building your confidence, having women empowerment. It's become such a big thing today. And you know, I feel like both the Diva Lab and Mrs. International Diva UK, it's about having your own unique sparkle in life. You know, what's unique about you? What's your identity? And that's what I aim to do with the Diva Lab.
Oh, I love how you connected the diva and the dance and the diva and the pageantry. And as you said, empowerment is a big deal. That is exactly what our young generation needs. That's even what women of our age needs. You know, we need
Right.
somebody who we look at and get inspired by. And we are in need of a lot of queens like you. Okay, so about dancing, like at what age did you start dancing? How did you decide on becoming a choreographer? It was not just about dancing for yourself, it's about also teaching, you know? So how did you decide, like, were you always a dancer? Or did you just, step out and start dancing? How did that happen?
You know, actually, I never actually realized how much I would love dancing until my parents put me into dancing school. So Bollywood dancing is my forte, right? So that's what I went into.
Yeah.
So they put me into dancing school at the age of 8. You know, and I just went with it. I just went with the flow. And as the months went by, as years went by, dancing became my passion, my forte. I really excelled in dance. And my parents could see it. So they, you know, they kept on sending me to dance school, and I learned so many Bollywood dances. I built my confidence that way. And as the years went by, you know, after doing so many performances and meeting other girls, and I really wanted dance to become, you know, become a part of me, a part of my identity, a strong part of my identity. Um, I've always loved to dance, you know, have that own your stage, you know, own yourself. For me, dance is more about releasing your inner emotions, you know, whether you're feeling sad or you have so much happiness. I convey my emotions through dance. You
Yeah.
know, so if I'm doing a class for like 1 or 1.5 hours, for that time period, I will forget about all my worries and I will just focus on myself and enjoying, you know. If I'm sad, I'll release that sadness through my dance. If I'm happy, I'll release it through my dance. That's
It's
how
your
I
outlet.
express myself.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I would say it's your outlet, that's
It is my outlet,
passion and
right?
you're dedicated towards it. So plus it gives you joy, we
Yes.
always tell people, passion is not, it wouldn't just come to you. You go
No.
out and you do a lot of things that you love, and one day that passion will find you, and that will be the biggest thing that gives you the utmost joy. And that is how it should be. And I just want to let the audience also know that we were in London for this pageant. And Pooja choreographed an entire song, which you saw a little bit, you would have seen, most of you have seen on our My Dream TV page, how we all danced together in the streets of London. We pulled
Yeah.
the crowd in, whole of London was watching us. We were dancing on the streets, and she is amazing. She's so patient with us. She took her time, like she trained us.
Oh,
She took 2 hours. She trained each one of us, and she positioned us in a way that we wouldn't feel left out. And she gave all of us a chance. And that's amazing. It takes a lot to actually not just dance, but also to teach. And for all the women to feel like, oh, I was seen and, I was appreciated. So
yeah.
I really appreciate you for doing that. That was amazing. Now, coming out of dance, let's talk about finance, huh? What are you like? Where do you find the time, and how did you end up becoming a finance manager?
So I actually studied accounting at
Okay.
uni. Okay, so I went to after I did my A levels in school, I took a gap year, and then I went to university in Leicester. I studied accounting.
Mhm.
And then from there, after I graduated, I then, I entered the world of work. So I started off my career in finance. I actually started, as an AP clerk. For those of you who work in finance, you'll know what AP is, or purchasing department,
Okay.
purchase ledger in accounting. And then I worked my way up. So throughout my career, I've worked in numerous companies and different industries. So I
Mm.
mainly come from the media industry. And so I've quite excelled quite a lot in my career, starting from a junior accountant all the way to somebody senior now. And
Yeah.
now I manage a team of 7. So it's very rewarding. I love, I feel like dance and finance are so connected.
Yeah.
You can, when you're teaching, it's the same, you really, those skills are so transferable. And but yeah, coming on to finance, it's something I've always enjoyed doing. Yeah, I've always enjoyed having a finance career,
Yeah.
and to be able to manage a team as well now in my position is very rewarding, and I enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's also like financial stability. Like there is not
Right.
much I would say that I'm not sure your business might be amazing, but I'm just saying, even if you follow your passion, there is no stability right there, right? But then you need to have like a steady job, a constant job, like
Yes.
career outside of your passion. And
Yes.
I think that you are doing amazing. You have balanced it all. You are balancing it great. So we have to learn from you. Young girls, I hope they take you as inspiration. So who is your inspiration? I would like to know.
Oh, there are so many inspiring women in
Yeah.
in the world. Um, but someone who really stands out to me is Dua Lipa. And
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tell you why. I absolutely love her. Like, how we danced to her song for
Yes.
the in London.
Yes.
I absolutely love this woman, and I'll tell you why. Because she's just a normal, ordinary British girl. She started at the age of 15. For those of you who don't know who Dua Lipa is, she's a fantastic singer. She's a great artist, British born. She's well, she's brought up in Britain, and she's learnt her way through. She's built herself, and now she's this huge mega global superstar. um and I just love the way she, for someone, I'm also in the entertainment industry to do with dance. She sings, so I can really relate to her in the sense that of how to maintain yourself, how to come across. Like, even if you look at her interviews, I find her so inspiring. She speaks well, she comes across well, she has good stage presence when she's on the stage. She is, she has become a world phenomenon, and she's really grown likable for so many people. And I love listening to her music, and I enjoy choreographing dances to all her songs. Her songs are so powerful. They're all about women empowerment and making yourself feel good. And that was one of the songs, we danced to Levitating in her in London, which was so much fun. And That's in the Diva Lab, my dance business. I do my choreography to all her songs because I just love her and I love them so much. So Dua Lipa she is my inspiration. I think she's everything right now. Yeah.
I could tell when you picked her song and the way you were growing. I'm like, she has some connection with Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Have you seen her? Have you been to any of her concerts or no?
I'm actually going.
Oh,
She's actually, yeah. So she's performing in Wembley Stadium on the 21st of June. So I'm looking very, very forward to going. I'm
oh,
really excited for that.
I'm
Yes.
excited for you. You should post picture
Thank you.
and
I
video.
will do for sure.
You will get a
Definitely.
selfie with her. Who knows? You should wear your sash and crown and just go.
Oh, I should. And I should show her all the dances.
Right, right. I hope I hope you get a selfie with her. She would be
Oh,
lucky too to be clicked with the Mrs. International Diva UK.
oh, why not? Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so where do you think you will be taking this crown? Like you have like an ear and
Mhm.
what are your plans? Like how, I mean, I know for sure empowerment is your thing and you in your daily life you're actually empowering others. But what exactly do you have any set plans with the crown so that you can for like an year you say that okay, this is my purpose and this is what I'm going to do by the end of my reigning year. These are the things I want to achieve. Like I mean, it's too early to ask you because you just got crowned last month, but do you have like plans for that? Just tell us about it.
I do. I want to, it might sound far-fetched, but I want to tour the country and I want to talk to people, people who also don't come from privileged backgrounds. I'm very fortunate to have had a childhood where my parents could send me to dancing school. They could give me good education. But across the country and all the countries across the globe, unfortunately, we do have young children or teenagers, out there who are struggling to do what they want to do because they lack the funds or they don't have family support. But I want to inspire them, and I want to be able to talk to people and meet people and say to them, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm also just an ordinary girl, but you can do two things at one time. You can do so many things at one time. You don't have to, if you stay focused and if you manage your time, you don't have to give up one of your passions. So, for example, I don't want to give up my finance career just yet. I want to do my dancing and my finance
Yeah.
at the same time. Be a powerhouse, you should try to leave a legacy. You want to leave a mark on people.
Yeah.
That's the way to live life. Enjoy life, work hard, play hard, but also live a fulfilling life with a purpose. And that should be everybody's aim in life because it feels so fulfilling and rewarding. And I want to meet people who feel that they are not in a position to do so. And I want to give them that force, I want to give them that hope and that inspiration to do so. So that is my aim. And along with the Diva Lab, that's also, something that I really want to build. And in a year's time, I would love to have so many girls as part of that club
Yeah.
and who are able to freely express themselves, form this group, form this club of dancers and people, girls who have dreams and passions and to help them excel in life. So
Uh,
help them achieve their dreams.
yeah, I love it. I also love the statement that you said, if I can do it, you can do it too. I feel that
Right.
is very powerful. And if to all of them who are listening and who are just dreaming, don't be just a dreamer, be a go-getter, find the ways to execute, as you said, follow that passion and do it for you. Just don't sit there and dream. Also, as I said in the introduction, what do you eat, girl? Where do you find this much energy to do it all? I want to
Oh
know.
my goodness. Oh
Like,
my
there's so
goodness.
much discipline because your finance career, it requires a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline.
Right.
Yeah. And then, so how do you find that balance? Or what do you
Yeah.
think? Where do you get the energy from? How is your typical day looking like?
So, Rashmi, I tend to ask myself this question a lot as well. Where do I get the energy from, the time?
Yeah.
But to be honest, it comes down to time management and dedication. For me, I know what my prize is. I know what my goal is in life. I know where I want to be. And and it's also the passion that comes with it. So, I want to balance everything. Yes, it's difficult. We all have those days where it's really difficult, like, oh, I don't have time for this. I haven't been able to do this today. Nobody's perfect. I have those days. We all have those days. But it doesn't mean that we give up. We
Yeah.
keep going. And I keep saying this, keep your eye focused on the prize, know what you want in life. And again, it's time management, your dedication, your passion. For me, my passion, my ultimate passion and forte is dance.
Yeah.
And I do find it challenging sometimes to fit my dance schedule into my normal routine. I work quite long hours as a finance manager. In finance, you always have lots of deadlines.
Yeah.
And then you have to come home, you have to cook, you have to, you run a normal life, but then you have something that's fulfilling. For example, mine is dance, yours could be painting, yours could be singing, yours could be, doing whatever you are interested in. And you have to find time for that if you want to make it your business, your forte, if you want to get yourself out there, because nobody is going to find you at home, right? You
I
have to put
so
yourself out there.
Yeah. I keep saying nobody's going to knock your door with opportunities. You want an
Right.
opportunities, you go out there, you hunt for it, you fish for it, put out a bait out there, do whatever you have to do because nobody's going to come looking for you. I mean, you would know, even if we have the crown with us, it doesn't mean like it comes with a bag of opportunities. It is
No,
how we market ourselves. It's like how we take the sash and the crown, go out there and say, listen, I am a queen. I became this. I achieved this because I got something in me. So why don't you try me? This is what I want to do for you. So it's all about self-marketing. And as you said, you
agree.
have to follow that passion. Otherwise, nobody's going to give it to you, on a silver plate or anything. Um,
Right.
yeah. So what's next? Do you have like I know London, My Dreams TV is coming to London with the London Fashion Week fashion show and everything. So are you participating? Do you have any local events that you're going to, you're attending? What with the crown, like what are your
Oh,
special
yes,
yeah, all those.
definitely. So with the London Fashion Week in September, yes, I will be attending, which I'm looking
Yay!
forward to. I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to that. I love anything to do with fashion and modeling and, the stage presence and just being present there. I think it has a lot of power.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And yes, I'm looking forward to having my own events throughout London and, promoting, the diva world, getting yourself out there and yeah, any event, especially with My Dream TV, it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to that, yeah,
Yeah,
this year.
I wish I could come to UK, maybe we will.
Yes, you must come
My Dream,
again.
yeah, My Dream TV, it's an amazing platform because we are in India, we are in Canada, we are now in the UK, we are all over, spread across US.
All over. Yes.
So there are a lot of opportunities that's just waiting for you. As I said, it's just time to go grab one of these events and then, you get the spotlight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I also want to talk about any beauty tips or secrets that you have. I'm sure you will have a few. I've seen you in person. You have like nice, radiant, glowy skin. You have
Oh,
any nighty routine or what is it? Moisturizers, highlighters. What do you use?
gosh.
Yeah, you need to give us your beauty tip secrets.
Oh my gosh. Rashmi, it's so simple. I'm no expert. I am no expert, but I think in terms of skincare, everyone should just find, their their own, whatever suits them, So if I'm honest, I have naturally quite an oily skin, so I use
Yeah.
products that are okay for oily skin, right?
Yeah.
So I know The Ordinary is a good skincare range. You can use that. There's so many skincare ranges out there, but it's just about finding the right one for you.
I know.
Um,
But it makes
so
a difference hearing it from a queen, like what extra
yes,
do you do?
Yes. So, in the morning, I have a morning routine and a nighttime routine. So,
Wow.
first thing I'll do is, wash my face just with normal, just a good facial cleanser that has salicylic acid in there because that's good for acne-prone skin, oily skin. So
Yeah.
if you have that type of a skin, you should use that, a facial cleanser with salicylic acid in there. And then after that, I will moisturize my face. So okay, so I'll put a serum on my face, I'll use a toner, I
Uh,
will then use my eye cream under my eyes. And then I will moisturize my face with a good face cream with SPF. Yeah. So your face cream should ideally have SPF. At least SPF 40 is what I would say, at least minimum. So SPF 40 or face cream with SPF 40 or 50 would be good, right? So
yeah.
that's my skincare regime in the morning. And then, when I'm going to work, I'll apply a little bit of makeup.
Yeah.
And in the evening, my nighttime regime is I'll wash my face again in the evening, and then I will apply a nighttime serum.
Yeah.
And then once that's soaked in, I will then apply a cream that I will use at nighttime before going to bed. Again, this is aimed at my skin type specifically. So, and then I'll just, yeah, let that sink in before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's my daytime and my nighttime care routine. So pretty
I'm
simple
so
but
glad.
effective.
I'm so glad I asked you that question. I'm pretty sure the audience will want to know.
Right. Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
right. So what else do we talk about? Like, it was such an amazing, I had such an amazing time talking to you because you do share and you have this aura of, a queen already, and you are so dedicated. You actually portray, a queen's kind of,
Thank
aura.
you.
I really enjoyed talking to you. And as for our audience, I really want to say that your story is like a real testament to the power of pursuing all your passions, and you have already proved that dedication and commitment will take you to places. But you're like a fearless spirit. Like, I knew the minute I met you, like, your personality shines through. And as I said, your compassion and your heart to give others the chance, the opportunity to make them feel seen. I think that is one of your special abilities, and I really do appreciate that. So when they were talking about interviewing Pooja, I'm like, let me do it. I wanna do it because I really appreciate another queen giving other queens the space to be seen. And that is why, as our CEO Rashmiji says, we all wear our crown in our hearts. And
Yes.
that's exactly what you're doing. So I'm really inspired by you, and I hope you reach places. You can find time to follow the dance in your Diva dance lab. It I hope you kind of make it scream all over UK, and you find good students, and just I just
Thank
want your
you.
career to shoot so high up, even if it's finance. You have already taught the girls, like, um
Yes.
passion can power you. It can take you to extraordinary achievements in both corporate world and on the stage. So on that note, I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but what message do you love to give to the audience? Like, if at all you have to.
Yes. I have a very important message, okay? So dream big, dream so big, and don't ever let anyone tell you that your dream is unrealistic. Nobody, if you are passionate about something and if you want to reach somewhere in life, you can, because you are determined, you are capable, you have the power to do so, and nobody and nothing can get in the way with that. Only you can get in the way of doing that. You can reach you can reach heights. You can go so far in life. The sky is your limit. You just need to be dedicated, and you have to have a goal, and you have to have passion and drive. And if I can do all of this, you can. Anyone can. It's great. Just
Yeah.
be yourself, be the queen that you are. You are a queen. Everyone is a queen, but own your right. Don't let anyone knock you down or say, "Oh, that will never happen to you," or you're not capable of that because you just don't know. You don't know if you don't try. And one day you could be sitting here with a crown on your head and you'll be like, yes, I did it.
Yeah.
So that's my motto in life. Work hard, play hard, and enjoy life, and the more you give out, God will give you triple.
Oh, I
Keep a
love
big
that.
heart. Keep
Yeah.
a big heart. Have
Yeah.
a big heart, People can see when you have a big heart. God can see when you have a big heart. The universe can see when you have a big heart. And believe me, doors will open for you. It might take you months or years and years, but one day it will come knocking on your door and you'll be so grateful. And you will say, yes, I've achieved this. This is my time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Such a lovely message. I love it. I'm teary-eyed at the way you put together all those words. So thank you so much, Pooja. I really appreciate you taking your time and talking to us and spreading these beautiful words to the young generation and as well the every woman who are listening to us. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And on behalf of My Dream TV, I wish you well and you have a good night and hope to see you soon in London, UK, wherever.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, Rashmi. Lovely speaking to you.
Lovely speaking to you too. Mwah. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
And I am here for Mrs. International Diva UK.